Guess who got brands talking? Brandlive.co.za.
Good afternoon and welcome to Love and Relationship. My name is Ndon. I will be sharing with you some wisdom keys about love and relationship. Stay tuned. Welcome to Love and Relationship. Today I will be talking about wisdom to choose the right marriage partner. You know, sometimes it can be confusing to know who truly cares about you or who can stand with you in all situations till the end of your life. Some people have so many choices of people that they don't know which one is the right person to choose. Some people in desperation decide to take whoever is available to marry them. They use this old saying, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. I believe having a person with you in a house is more serious than having a bird in your hand. A bird may not hurt you, but a person can hurt you. So you must be wise in choosing whoever you want to spend the rest of your life with. It is very, very important. I always see this as a one-time decision that can change your life or make you. It can totally prosper your life or it can totally set you back. This is a decision you should not take lightly, and don't be in a hurry. Make sure you have your proofs and you have the facts to make this decision. Don't assume. A lot of people assume things. Some people say, well, I see the facts, he's like this or she's like this, but I believe that he or she will change. There is no change when you get married to a person. What you see is what will multiply. So you have to be sure that what you see is what you like before you make the decision. There are three groups of people I would like to share with you. For the men, three groups of men. Three ways, people, a man can show love to a woman. Let me focus on men, and then I'll focus on the ladies after. A lot of times, some women get moved when they hear a man say, I love you. But they may not understand that the love he has is not the kind of love they expect or the kind of love they desire. I've discovered that a man can love a woman in 4 different ways. So I'm going to share the first 3, which I believe is not the right kind of love that can sustain marriage. So if you see the love in the first 3 groups, you must be very careful. The first way a man can love a woman is as his favorite food. A lot of men like their food. And when they see the food, they get excited. Their favorite dishes, whatever it is, they get excited. But the truth is that the moment they are done eating the food, they soon begin to forget about it. And some can't wait to push it out of their system the next day. So that's when you find a man, after having sex with a lady, forgets about her. And the lady gets surprised why he hasn't called, why he hasn't followed up on her. Well, he kind of loved you like his favorite food, and he's done eating it, and you are off his system. So you don't celebrate those kind of love. You must learn to understand how much he loves you. He must love you more than his favorite food for you to celebrate him. Now let me go to the second kind of love I find in men. The second kind of love is when a man loves a woman like his favorite clothing, accessories, or property. Call it loving a woman as his belongings. So in this kind of love, he values the woman as long as he is using the woman, as long as he is in need of the woman. When once his needs are met, it's like someone who wears a brand new cloth or shirt. When one is done wearing it, he throws it aside. He only revisits the clothes when he needs that particular shirt or that particular pants to wear. And men don't really think about things like that, like women. Man can throw away his shirt somewhere and even forget where he kept it or where his shoes somewhere. Only when he needs the shoe, he starts shouting around, "Where's my shoe? Where's my shirt?" So you find out that there are men who can love a woman this way. They only call the woman when they need her, not when the woman needs them. They're not open. They don't love you with all their heart. They love you because you serve a purpose. That is not the right kind of love. That's not a married kind of love. So this is not a kind of love you have to invest in. You must be sure that a man loves you more than this. And the third kind of love is loving a woman as his favorite work or business. Men love their work. They love their jobs or their businesses. People are ready to do anything to lay hold on a kind of job or business opportunity they like. But the truth is that as soon as they get that job or that business opportunity, in a short while they get bored, they get tired of it, and they cannot wait to change it for a better opportunity. So it's like somebody celebrating something today as his or her dream come true, but as soon as he or she gets bored, desires to move on to other things. This is not the right kind of love for marriage. So you must be sure that the man you want to marry loves you more than his job or business opportunity. I've seen a lot of people who celebrate their job. They say, "Wow, thank God for this job." But 3 months down the line, the money is no more enough. They want a bigger job, a better job. They want to relocate something. So those are not things that can sustain. You must find a person who loves you more than his food, his favorite food, more than his favorite accessories, belongings, property, more than his favorite job or business opportunity. He must love you more than that. That's the kind of love that will survive if he loves you more than that. Now let me go to the last kind of love which I believe will survive, which I believe is the marriage kind of love. This is when a man loves a woman as his nourished or cherished body. This is when a man loves a woman as his body. Because this is what the Bible commands, that a man should love his wife as his body. A person who treats you carefully as his or her body is someone you may consider for marriage, because you can be sure it will last as long as the person lives. Everybody who values life values their body, and they know they cannot do anything without their body. You cannot forget your body. You cannot divorce your body, no matter what happens to it, because your body is important as your life. No matter what happens to your body, you keep taking care of it. So when a person sees you as his or her body, he or she will treat you with respect and will not hurt you intentionally. So this is the kind of man you should look for. A man who treats you as his body. Not a man who treats you as his food. Not a man who treats you as his belongings. Not a man who treats you as his job or favorite business. But a man who treats you as his body. The way he nourishes and cherishes his body is the same way he should cherish and nourish you. This is very important. I will take a short break. I will be back to continue on this topic. Stay right there.
Catch all your daily CSI news and updates on The Social Show. What is the impact of this industry on our own economic, social, environmental, and cultural fabric? And I think it's important that we start looking and diving deeper into the solutions and the opportunities that may help shape the future.
Monday to Friday at 9:30 a.m. Get your financials in order with Yvonne E. Fentilo.
Brand Life listeners, yes, it's Monday and you are listening to the Financial Independence Coach.
Mondays 10:30 to 11 a.m. Having problems or you need guidance with matters of the heart? Then let the Love and Relationship Show smooth your relationship.
A man said something sometime. He said people don't really care much about how much you know, except they can confirm how much you care about them.
Mondays at 1. Looking for the freshest radio bangers, sexy smashes, and the coolest conversations. Hashtag with passion pushes.
Too much, man. Like, I remember when I was still in high school, like, I was always contemplating what it's getting. Like, when is my time coming? Especially when you see, like, adults.
Are you listening to me?
Harnessing the power of talk radio. Brandlive.co.za.
Come back to Love and Relationship. Before the break, I spoke about 4 kinds of love that men offer to women. And trust me, I believe that every time a man says to you, I love you, he sees you as one of those things I mentioned. Either as his favorite food at that time to consume and take off, or he sees you as his favorite belongings he can keep and visit when he needs you, or he sees you as his favorite job, business opportunity he can keep for now until a better option shows up, or he sees you as his body, which he can nourish and cherish and keep for the rest of his life. So you have to be careful. Now, I also want to speak to the men, because I believe that a woman shows love by the way she respects the man, by the way she submits to the man. A woman will show love if she respects you. To a man, I believe that love to a man is respect. Love to a man is allowing him to lead. Love to a man is in how much a woman submits to him and respects him. Even as the Bible describes, it said, wives, submit to your husband. So I want to describe 4 kinds of ways a woman can submit to a man, for the men to know and be sure that this one is the right one for them. Somebody said something some time ago. The person said that it is more difficult to love than to submit, because in submission, the highest you can do is to pretend that you're submitting, but you're not submitting. So you find out that a woman can pretend that she's submitting to you, but she's not submitting to you. But somehow when it comes to love, it's a bit difficult, because if you really love, there are certain things that must follow, which if you were not seriously loving, you will be found out. So let me share some ways which a woman can pretend to submit. I'm speaking to the men now. For a man to be able to figure out if this woman really loves him. A woman can submit to a man as her boss. If you understand how an employee and an employer relates, you can understand that you can pretend to submit to your boss, but you don't like your boss. You don't even care about your boss. You just pretend to submit so you can get paid, so you can keep the job. This is a kind of relationship where a woman kind of submits to the man for her convenience. The better it goes, the more she can submit. But when the going gets tough, she's out. When there is a problem in the company, she's out. She cares nothing about the boss than the money. So it's one of the ways a woman can submit. So for men, when you see a woman who says, I love you, I respect you, I want to be there for you, you have to be sure that it's not the kind of submission that a woman gives to her boss. You know that a lot of people don't like their bosses, but they still work there because they need something from their boss. So it's the same way you can have someone still attached to you. She doesn't love you, she just needs something from you, so you have to be careful with that. Another way I see that a woman can submit to a man is as her elder brother. Is as her elder brother. So in other words, you know how people relate to their elder brothers or sisters, especially the brothers. The ladies who have elder brothers, they can witness to this, because you come to a point where you have this brother who wants to control you, wants to tell you what to do, where to go, where not to go. He's always there to direct you in everything you want to do. And what happens? You kind of submit at the moment, pretend that you are respecting him, you submit to him, but you are not happy with the way he's treating you. So you cannot wait to grow up and confront him. So you find out that in that kind of relationship, the brother might think that you are really submitting, listening to him, respecting him, but you know that this, I'm just taking it just for the meantime. When once I grow up, I can pay my bills or I can do my things, I will never listen to you again. You can find women who submit to men like that, just for the moment, just for the time being. They don't really like the way the man treats them, but they can just be here for a while. I believe that's not the right submission that can sustain marriage. So if you're a man and you find a woman who you think submits to you like that, you have to be careful. If you've not yet married the person, be careful going ahead to marry the person, because it can be a problem in future. Those kind of submissions are just temporary. When once I can stand on my feet, when once I can find my way, I'll leave. I'll build my own life. That's not the right submission. There is another kind of submission I see the woman can offer a man. Is submitting to the man as her father. That is not even still the best submission. It is good, but not the best. Because you find out that a woman submitting to her father, respecting her father, is also something that can change when she finds her husband. Because as the Bible commands, the husband is the head of the wife. So in other words, the husband will be there above the wife more than the father. So when the woman finds a husband, her submission now moves more to the husband than the father. So it's also a temporary kind of submission. Even if a woman submits to you as she will submit to her father, it's also temporary. The right kind of submission the Bible commands, which is the fourth one, is that a woman should submit to a man as unto the Lord, as unto God. When you submit as unto God, it simply means that you do it honestly, you do it with all your heart. You do it believing that God will bless you. You do it sincerely, because you see, God sees our hearts. You can't go to God pretending to submit to Him or pretending to love Him or serve Him and you think He will not find out. He will find out. And when once he finds out, he cannot receive that, because that's a kind of sycophantic submission. So the truth is that if you as a woman cannot submit to a man as unto the Lord, then I believe that that man is not the right man for you. If you cannot submit to a man as if you're submitting to the Lord, then you should be careful. Because the truth, what I've discovered is that when a woman truly loves a man, she's honest with him, she's open with him, she can submit to him as unto the Lord. The same thing with a man. When a man truly loves a woman, he will love her as his body. In fact, he will prefer her. He will prefer her to himself. In other words, he will treat her even better than he treats himself. He will care about her. So these things do not change. They do not change. So if you find a man who always, prefer himself before you, always, want to make sure that things goes in a way he's happy with, not caring about your happiness or your joy, then I think there is a problem there. Because what I say to the ladies is this: care about a man who loves you and who cares about how you feel more than how you look. A lot of times you find a man who's ready to change your wardrobe, who's ready to do anything to, physically to make you happy, but he doesn't care about how you feel. When you say, I am not happy, he cannot stop to rethink his decisions, to find a way to make you happy. He keeps on doing whatever he wants to do. Then there is a problem with that kind of love. Because true love is about making the other person comfortable and happy. That is what true love is about. So we have to understand these things. Don't be moved when you hear I love you. Try to understand, how much do you love me? How much? And how long can this love last? The same thing too with the men. Don't be moved when a woman seems to respect you. A woman seems to care about you. Try to understand, how does she see me? How does she respect me? Is it just like her boss? Maybe you are financially able at the moment. You're sponsoring her. You're sponsoring her education. You're doing this. You have to be sure that she truly, truly cares about you. Because I've heard stories of a man who sponsors a woman going to school, and then in that school she finds another man, she falls in love with the man, and all those stories. And you find out that she cannot give back to this man as this man expected. So please, let us find true love. Let us understand how to choose the right marriage partner, so we can build a long-lasting relationship like marriage. Marriage is a sweet thing. Marriage is a wonderful thing. Marriage is a beautiful thing. Only if you can start with the right person and build the right kind of relationship. So it is important that you choose the right person. It is important, because you cannot build the right house in a wrong place, in a wrong location, or in a wrong kind of foundation. You can't. You must find the right place for the right thing that you want to do. So friends, I will be wrapping up here today. You're free to contact me on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is 0782554517. Like our page, Living as One Events, on Facebook, so you can follow up with what we do. We have an event coming up on the 16th of February 2019. It's for married couples. If you have been married and it looks like you're not enjoying your marriage, please make your way there. It's happening at 272 Oak Avenue in Randburg. We are inviting you to come. You can call me for more details. It is going to be wonderful. It's going to be a nice time. We have speakers lined up. We have relationship talks. We have other fun activities to strengthen your marriage life. We call it the marriage new wine. Come through, invite your friends. It will be wonderful. 16th of February, 272 Oak Avenue, Randburg, 3 p.m. I look forward to see you there. Thank you very much for listening. Until same time next week, tune in again. We will have for you another exciting episode of Love and Relationship. God bless you.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. Brandlive.co.za